Let's go ahead and set up an XY table. We are going to use 5 points as we always do for parabola. We have to start by finding our axis of symmetry. We had a formula, x equals negative b over 2a. So let's take a look. What number is b? 4, the number in the middle, right? So this means that I have a negative 4 over 2a. 2 times what number is a? Negative 1, and it's very important that you said negative 1 because that will change things. So this is negative 4 over 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. So altogether this is 2, positive 2. We said in the last example that's the number that we're going to put in the middle, which means I'm going to use 1 and 0, 3 and 4. Now we're going to go ahead and plug the numbers in. We'll do the first one together, and let's go ahead and start with the vertex this time. We'll start with the number in the middle. So y equals, we're going to plug in a 2, so negative 2 squared plus 4 times 2 plus, nope, so not plus, minus 2. Really important. Everyone needs to pay attention to this part. I want everyone looking up here. I want everyone watching right here, very beginning. The way that I set this up is very important. I am not replacing a negative sign. I am replacing x. That is why the negative outside the parentheses, I'm going to square this first. 2 squared is 4, then use the negative. Plus 4 times 2 is 8, and then minus 2. Now, negative times 4, now it's a negative 4, plus 8, minus 2. Going left to right, negative 4 plus 8. It's going to give me 4. Minus 2 is going to give me 2. So my vertex in this case is going to be 2, 2. Are there any questions so far? We use the formula to find the axis of symmetry. That goes in our middle to find the vertex. Now we're going to plug in the other numbers. Let's plug in a 1. We're going to do the rest of this as mental math. So everyone please follow along carefully and answer as we go. If I plug in a 1, what is 1 squared? 1 with a negative in front of it? Okay, so this is now a negative 1. What's 4 times 1? Great, so we have negative 1 plus 4. What's that? Negative 1 plus 4, 3. Minus 2? Good. If that's a 1, so is this. Because remember, our vertex is where we start seeing a mirror image. Let's plug in the 0, because 0 is a really easy one to use. What's 0 squared? What's 4 times 0? What's 0 plus 0? Minus 2? Negative 2. So if that's a negative 2, so is this. Let's go ahead and graph this real quick, and then we'll be done with our last example, and we'll do some of these on our own. All right, graphing our points then. Our first point was 0, negative 2. Our next point was 1, 1. Our next point was 2, 2. Our axis of symmetry is at 2. So there's our dotted line, which means this is 1, so go over 1. This is 1, 2, 1, 2. There's the rest of our parabola. Let's go ahead and make a continuous curve. And there we have it. That's our entire problem, start to finish. Our vertex, remember, the tip of this was right in the middle of our table. 2, 2 is my vertex.